Well, it is Valentine's Day, and the one thing that our sweet Debbie wanted to do with Carl for their special event is to go dancing. So they've come to the corner club here. This is the corner club. And they are absolutely, she's showing him all of her moves, and it's kind of a follow me game. She goes, come on, Carl, lean over, touch your toes, and shake it. And Carl's like, I feel a little awkward doing this. She goes, Carl, you're doing this for me. And I do believe that every one of us men have had to at some point dance with our ladies. And sometimes the dances they put us through is a little bit awkward for us. But hey, friends, you learn to do what your partner asks of you if you want to make her happy. Now, I'm not the smartest guy. I'm not the smartest tool in the shed. But I've at least learned that much. And Carl's like, everyone's starting to watch, and Dad's making a video, and people are going to laugh at me. And remember, this is not very Longhorn Lesterish. And she goes, hey, he ain't even Longhorn Lester anymore. He's just Lester, just Lester. And she goes, don't worry about him. Who do you care more about, Lester or me? And he goes, oh, no, you, sweetie. Of course I care about you. But I do have fans that are looking up to me. And she goes, okay, you've made your decision, Carl. You've made your decision. He goes, okay, I can leave now? She goes, hell no, you ain't leaving. You ain't leaving nowhere. We're gonna dance. We're dancing the night away. He goes, can we wait till night then? He goes, I'm out. I am so out of here. Carl, I'm sorry for videoing. I thought people would enjoy it. Poor Debbie, she's been rejected a second time, y'all. That's a second time she's been rejected. Oh, Carl, you're really messing things up. And on Valentine's Day, big mistake. Big mistake. Sorry, Debbie. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and there'll be men who are going to be struggling, y'all. They're going to be struggling trying to figure out what is the best thing to give their sweetheart for Valentine's Day. A lot of men will end up settling for blenders, new vacuum cleaners, which I'm sure women love and appreciate that, but not this guy. I am going to surprise Jami with getting some dirt delivered for her above ground garden. Let me take my camera, spin it around, and show you what I'm working on this morning. I'm kind of prepping the area. This is my old fire pit, my fire pile. This is my burn pile, and I'm getting all the burnt stuff up out of here because this is going to in fact be a part of her above ground garden. I have my work cut out for me. I want to bring you along. All right, so this is the area we're going to be working in. I'm actually using Jami's little mini Mahindra, which was a gift we got her last year around the same time for Valentine's Day. But I'm over here at my burn pile, and I'm scooping up all of the things that will not burn. I'm going to go ahead and put those into the dumpster. They can haul all of that off, but I'm going to have this area all prepped if I can. And this is going to be the location. What we're going to do is, we have a lot of clay over here now, and our problem is we have a downhill slope. So when the driver comes, I'm going to have him back up, and he's going to start pouring around the back of the greenhouse, and he'll come all the way out as far as we think we're going to come out with this thing with that first load. I think we'll have enough that he can back up and do it a second time over here. And then on his second loads, he'll do 3 and he'll do 4. And we're going to work ourselves all the way down this hill. We're going to do 2 loads of topsoil. We have to have topsoil because all we have now is just solid clay. And plants are not going to grow in the solid clay. And then once we're done with the topsoil, getting it all spread out, we're going to come back and put some compost on top of that. So lots of tractor work, lots of spreading. Our work today is cut out for us. But like I said, it is for it is for Valentine's Day. And so, ladies, I'm hoping that your man is equally invested in making you happy. And I know that the one thing, the key to Jami's heart right now, because it does change, y'all, it does change. But the key to her heart right now is gardening. And she has a whole lot of things that she's planted as seedlings. And as soon as the weather's right, she wants to start putting those things into a garden. We'll put a lot into our raised bed garden over there. But she also wants to have an in-ground garden this year. So this is going to be the location. And I'm going to let this serve as kind of a before and after of what it's all going to look like. Now listen, I'll say one last thing. You can see the slope of the ground is going to run downhill. We're going to have to find a way, I don't know how, to keep the garden from washing off down into the hill. That's going to be a challenge. And I don't know if I'll have to end up buying some lumber and doing something with it to keep the erosion at a minimum, or if we can just simply do it by layering this dirt. I don't really know. I'll ask the driver when he gets here. We are using Victory Dirt again. They helped us a whole lot with our rock over at the J&L property. We'll be using those same guys this time for our topsoil and compost. Carl's trying to convince me to delete the video. He insists that no one sees him dance. Carl, you should learn that all of us men dance in some form or fashion for our ladies. It may not be an actual dance, but there are things that we do for our ladies that you could consider a dance. Like I have to make Jami coffee every morning, and if I don't, yeah, that's kind of our dance. It's a ritual, Carl. It's just kind of a ritual. And if I don't make her coffee, then she assumes something's wrong. And yeah. And I'll say something else too. Besides, every woman knows that a man only has a couple of dance moves. Jami says in her 20 years of dating, 20 years is a long time to date, y'all. Now, she was in relationships here and there, married once. But she says the number of times that she'd go out and she would actually go dancing, every man that she ever went to dance with only had one move. Yeah, men are notorious for learning one move. At some point in their life, they learn one dance move, and that's all they got. And they will stick with that move till the day they can no longer move. And so, women, I feel so bad for you women. Y'all have to accept us for how we are. And I know that you guys put up with us a lot more than we have to put up with you. None of us deserve you. We don't. None of us deserve you. The hard thing is, it's hard for a man to express to his significant other how much he needs her. Because, you know, we're kind of wired to be tough. And we don't need nobody, man. We don't need nobody. But if we didn't have you to kind of bring some stability to our lives, we would all be lost. Just absolutely lost. So thank you, ladies, for putting up with us and our one dance move. So what a surprise this morning. I walked down to get the mail. I'm carrying all kinds of mail here. I walked down because it's a beautiful day, and I meet George and Linda as they come driving by, and they're like, "Hey, you must be the guy we see on TV." I'm like, "Well, you know, what do you say?" I'm like, "I'm Lester." And he goes, "I was wondering if there's any way we could maybe buy an ostrich egg off of you." And I'm like, "Well, I actually have two in the pasture right now. I've not gathered." And I says, "They're not fertilized, but you're welcome to have them if y'all want to eat them or just to carve them out." And man, his wife was so darn excited. She just could not wait to get herself an ostrich egg. So they're going to come on up. I let the gate open for them. They're going to come on up and get them an egg or so. And then, yeah, no, they offered me a ride and I refused. I'm doing like so many other people right now. I'm trying to get my steps in every day. And 10,000 is your average number that you should get to stay healthy. But everyone's pushing for more than that, man. Everyone's trying to push for 12 and 14,000 steps, 15,000 steps. So I could have driven down and got the mail, rode the four-wheeler, the side-by-side, the Argo. But no, I'm walking it. I'm just gonna walk it. Getting them steps in.
Greg.
So George and Linda, and so what are your plans for these?
What I plan to do is we're gonna put a small hole in this one.
Okay.
You're gonna pick it up and dribble it out.
Okay.
We might do that with both of them.
Oh, so y'all know about dribbling then?
Over easy.
Hey, there you
with
go.
A whole bunch of toast.
Ah, yeah, a lot of toast.
And then this one I'm gonna scramble up.
My advice is have some kind of, if you like salsa or whatever you put on your eggs, because they're kind of bland. They're a very healthy tasting egg, but to me they're bland. They're not like a
tacos.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Oh,
there you
and
go.
then we're going to put them next to our girls. We
there
call
you go.
yours girls even if they're boys.
Yeah, so she was saying that they love the birds so much that she bought 4, and they're like stand up in your yard.
Yeah.
And they're
ornamental ostriches.
There you go.
Just because of these guys.
Yeah.
And then we're going to put these next to them.
It's a pleasure meeting you guys.
It just warms our heart when we drive by and we see your animals out here and we see the girls out by the fence. And
oh, they're beautiful.
Just,
and they love attention. They're very social animals. Very social.
Say, hey, girls.
Oh, that's cute.
I drove by one day and there was this couple out there and this lady was standing out in the street. Her husband was videoing her.
Oh,
she had a
Lord.
towel on her back like she was acting like she was Superman. She was wagging him around.
All right, these are our friends from Victory Dirt. You guys remember them, and we got the same driver. He's good. Now, today we're not going to worry as much about walking the dog, like we call it, because this is all going to be topsoil, and we'll have to get the tractor and spread everything in. So he's going to dump the first load pretty close to the greenhouse, and then we'll use the tractor to do all the dirty work. I'm gonna get him as close as I can over to here. So this is just a clean topsoil. And I do see a little bit of clay in there, but nothing near as bad as what we had poured before. All right, here we go with load number 2. And this will be the last load of topsoil. And at this point, careful, buddy. All right, so we got all of the dirt here. Come on, girls. Oh my gosh. Come on, out of the way, come on. All right, so y'all are going to have to give me a little bit of a grace period on getting everything completed here. We have our first tier. I don't know what Jamie calls it, but we have a plain area over here, and it's a little bit too wet to get the tractor on there and flatten it right now. We did put a load of topsoil and then a load of compost. And then what we're gonna do is you'll have to wait till we get it finished to see the finished. You'll obviously you have to wait until we get a little work done. We're gonna build some kind of a wall here, a little half wall, just high enough to keep all this dirt from coming down. We have a second layer over here. So you'll see there'll be 2 tiers to her garden. I think that calling it a tier might be the easiest thing. And then what we're gonna have to come by and do is put a gutter up on the top of the greenhouse, and then have all that water funneled down into a rain barrel that we can use to help water the garden. So it's coming along. Today was day number 1 of Jamie's Valentine's Day project. And I'm pretty pleased. I want to say thank you to Victory Dirt. Once again, if you guys want to be kind enough to send them a review, then I know that the business appreciates that. We certainly appreciate them working with us. It was same-day service. Driver, as always, very professional, and he knew just what to do. He contacted me ahead of time to make sure that, you know, that he and I are on the same page as far as what to bring, as far as materials go. And just could not be more happy with that company. And they're local, just down the road here a little bit. So thank you very much to Victory Dirt. All right, friends, well, we're off. And where you going there? Back to the garage?
Anywhere but my garden.
Anywhere but the garden. I guess I should probably grab her. Thank y'all for watching. And there will be a lot more to come on this, my friends. There'll be a lot more to come.
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.